Hi everybody, thanks very much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. So my wife and I have really enjoyed using our new Teardrop trailer, and we plan on using it through the cold months, even into the winter. So the problem is, how are we going to stay warm? And when you're with another person, there's always somebody who is a little more sensitive to temperature changes. Someone is always cold, someone is always hot, the other person is quite comfortable. So sometimes you don't always want to turn on the furnace. You just want to have something that an individual can put on to stay warm. So I was looking at electric blankets, doing tons of research on YouTube, and at one point I even had 6 different electric blankets in my shopping cart on Amazon, ready to try them all out. I didn't know if I wanted to go AC or DC, but anyway, I think I may have found a solution. So a company called Jartoo reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check out their heated blanket. And it couldn't have come at a better time actually, but it's new technology, so I was really excited to check it out, being the nerd that I am. And the technology they call is Apollos Flex HT. As you can see, it's trademarked. It's a super thin membrane that is wedged in between the layers of this blanket, and it's from edge to edge. There are no cold spots. There are no heavy wires running through that you can feel. This blanket is super comfortable to put on. It feels like a little bit like a weighted blanket when you put it on. Really comfortable, big enough for 2 people, certainly very nice for 1 person. It has a lot of features. It has a remote control. It's DC and it comes with an AC adapter, so that's pretty convenient. You can run it with any power station, or you can plug it into any outlet in your house. So what I want to do today is plug it in, check it out inside the Teardrop trailer, see how it raises the temperature underneath our blankets, and see how it's going to make things comfortable for us in there. I'm really hoping this is a solution, because a lot of people are using heated blankets when they're truck camping, when they're in their RVs, Teardrop trailers. A lot of people are using heated blankets inside there, and they're great around the house actually. So let's take a look at this Jartoo blanket. So this should give you an idea of how big it is. A little small for 2, but certainly 1 person could easily snuggle up underneath it. And one feature was kind of nice is it has snaps. So you can snap it up, wear it over your shoulders, those chilly nights around the fire. Get this on, plug it in, and it's going to keep your back and your backside nice and warm. And it's also fire resistant. I'm sure it would catch a spark, but it's not going to catch on fire by any means. So that's one nice feature. It feels beautiful when it's on actually. It's one thing I noticed right away about the blanket when it came, that it was in a really nice presentation box. That's really nice to see. They also included a sample of this Apollos Flex HT, and here's a sample of it. This is what is inside the blanket. Super thin. I can't even really tell that it's inside, but it is there. It's a new technology in heated blankets, and it feels great. So here's the blanket in the trailer. The electrical connection is made here. There's a little pocket in the corner, and you simply plug the adapter in. It's DC powered, and it comes with an AC adapter. It'd be nice to see if you could get it running DC to DC. I'll have to ask Jartoo if that is possible at all. And here's the power button, and where all the controls come from. You press it, and each level is color coded. Each level goes up incrementally. You can adjust the heat using the button. Also comes with a really nice remote. You can adjust it also using the remote. There we go, going through the 6 levels. Turn it on and off using the remote. And another feature of the remote is that you can set it to a timer. You can set it to go off during the night or come on during the night, so you can save energy. Speaking of energy, it will cycle on and off. At the highest level at the moment, we're drawing 72 watts on my power station. So let's start doing some testing, see how this affects the temperature in the trailer. Feels like it's warming up already. That's fantastic. This thing is super plush and comfy though. So here's how I think we'll do the testing. Right now it's -1 Celsius inside the trailer. I have 2 sensors on this thermometer. I'm going to place 1 sensor next to the Jartoo heated blanket underneath this blanket, and I'll leave one of the sensors on top of the blanket. That'll give us an idea how it raises the temperature underneath the blanket. So it'll be very interesting. Here's the Jartoo heated blanket. It's on high right now, warming up just a little bit. I'm going to take one sensor, put it on the Jartoo, take the other sensor, put it on top. We'll see how the Jartoo heated blanket affects the temperature inside and the temperature on the outside. Should be an interesting test. So it's been about a half an hour. The interior of the trailer is still at 0 degrees, and underneath that blanket it's 16.5 degrees. So it's risen about 17 degrees in a half an hour underneath that blanket. Now, of course, if you were underneath that blanket and you added your body temperature to that, it would be significantly higher than 16.5 degrees. So let's give it another half an hour and we'll see if it raises up above 16.5 degrees and gets any toastier in there. So it's been about 20 minutes and things are changing. It's still 0 degrees inside the trailer, but it's 20.8 degrees, and it just actually ticked over from 20.5 degrees underneath that blanket. So the heated blanket with that down throw over top is keeping quite a bit of heat in, even warmer with body temperature inside. So I'm going to let it go another half hour or so, see if it continues to rise. Maybe we can get, maybe 25 degrees Celsius. Who knows? I'll be as surprised as you are. Alright, so it's been a little over an hour now, hour 15 minutes, and things are still changing. It's getting colder in there. The cabin temperature is minus 1.3, but we're almost 24 degrees Celsius, 23.7 degrees Celsius. So I want to get in there and I want to see how that feels, 23 degrees under that blanket. Let's check it out. Okay, so 23.7 degrees underneath the blanket. Here's the sensor. Oh man, that feels super nice and soft. It'd probably be even warmer if you're underneath the blanket with this down blanket on top. That would be cozy. And actually it feels warmer down towards the middle of the bed, towards the end, but it's actually warm almost all the way to the edge, maybe about that far from the edge. Super happy with this test. I'm excited to try it out actually. I'm not sure if we would just lie on it like this or cover up with it. I'm thinking maybe lying on it might be the best option, but that's on high. I'm thinking you could probably put it on like a medium, and that combined with your body heat would be a really nice sleep. Wow, this is great. Maybe a game changer. You won't have to run a furnace, just use an electric blanket. And as far as power consumption goes, 72 degrees, or 72 watts, sorry. And when I turned it down to a medium, it dropped down to 24 watts. So, 72 watts is when this is on maximum, but you don't have to run it on maximum all the time. 2 people in here with their body heat. This on medium would keep you warm, when the temperature drops to about 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, or even lower than that. I'm sure you'd be quite fine. And if you had to turn on the furnace once in a while, that's okay too. Super happy with this test. Nice job, Jartoo. So there's my review of the Jartoo electric blanket, and I'll leave links in the description box down below where you can check these blankets out for yourself. So these are only my initial impressions. I've only started testing, but I'm pretty impressed. I really like the way it raised the temperature underneath this blanket and kept the interior of that pretty cozy. I think it's going to be a really good addition to our winter camping kit. And actually we're planning a trip Northern Ontario. My wife's trying to book campsites now. We're going to bring this blanket with us for sure. We're going to bring the Teardrop. So really glad that Jartoo sent this out to me so I could share it with all of you. So stay tuned. I'll be giving you my further impressions as I get using this in the future. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care. Bye for now.